and AM 990. Now, back to America in the Morning.
Here's Business Spotlight from your local voice, FM 107.9 and AM 990. And here's your host, George Bryant.
Good morning and welcome to Tuesday, and also welcome to Let's Talk Growth with Triumph Bank. And today, as always, Tracy Strickland is bringing in some great hosts from around all people in the city doing great things. And today we've got a return special guest, Shelley from Binghampton Christian School. Is that right?
Academy. Yes.
Yeah, welcome back.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
It's great to have you here.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little chilly, we were talking.
Yes.
It's a chilly Tuesday, but it finally feels like fall. And a gorgeous sunrise we're about to have, so everybody enjoy it. But get your sunglasses on when you're driving in. Yeah.
Enjoy this great day. And Tracy, so what's going on today?
Well, I'm just super excited to have Shelley on. She was on with us last year, but we haven't got to talk to her live all year, and we continue to do some great work with Binghampton Christian Academy. They are one of our absolutely beloved community partners that has honestly transformed our team and really even helped with our culture. George, I've personally helped out at the school for a number of years. From where I used to work, we served the school in various capacities, and so when I joined Triumph almost 4 years ago, time flies when you're having fun. But I wanted to introduce the bank to Binghampton Christian Academy. We started with a shirt donation. We work with Agape North, and it's a great organization. When you buy apparel that has your company's logo on it, they will keep track of all your purchases, and then you're able to, after a certain number of purchases, you can donate the shirts to a school. So, of course, we picked Binghampton Christian Academy. It was 2014. In the summer, brought lunch one day and brought all of the shirts and some food and visit with the kids. And I just love the kids over there. They're amazing. It's about, 120 students?
130.
130. We're slowly growing, I guess. Yes. But Shelley Ellis serves as the Director of Development. You've been there for 2 years now?
This is starting my third school year.
Third school year. So for those of the listeners who don't know anything about the school, you want to give them a good overview?
Sure. I'd love to. Well, I appreciate the opportunity to come back and talk about the school. We are Binghampton Christian Academy, and we are a K-4 through 8th grade private Christian school. And we are located at the corner of Walnut Grove and Tillman. And so we have actually been around for many years. This is our 24th year of operations. We were formerly known as the neighborhood school, and in 2013 we did change our name to better reflect the community that we're serving. We are pretty unique in that all of our students attend the school on scholarship. Right. And so our families pay, we call it tuition, but really it's more of a, registration fee of $200 a year, no matter the number of children they have enrolled.
And some of those families, they may have one child, but they could have 3 or 4. Right?
Oh, there are many families that have, 2 to 3 children, within that age range. And so the school really gives them an opportunity to get a private school education that they may not otherwise have the access to. And so
you want to give the background. I know from my experience of knowing a lot of the kids, you have a good population of Sudanese refugees.
Yes, we do. So for the past 10 years or so, that's kind of been the shift in our population. 65% of our families are refugee families, with a large portion being Sudanese. And so that's really unique. A lot of that community over the years has really, through the work of Catholic Charities and World Missions, World Relief, Binghampton was really a neighborhood that a lot of the refugees came to. And so our school became, through word of mouth, really a place that was accepting and we are a private school that does not require admissions. We don't have a certain testing score line, which is very helpful to those families because, English is a second language in the home, and so there are extra challenges that those students may have. And so, we're welcoming to that. We're specialized in helping with that, and it really is a wonderful nurturing place that is, small class sizes. I think our largest class is 15 students. Yeah. And so that really allows the students to get more individualized help and assistance, which is important when you maybe have other challenges at home.
It takes them where they are.
Yes.
And really develops them and sees what specific help that they need.
Right.
So I know a lot of them do come a little bit behind on reading and their English. And so to be able to take them and get them to where, I know several of them, when they graduate from 8th grade, you want to tell a little bit about where they end up.
So because we are smaller, we are really able to help position our students for that next step. And so they've been in our environment for many years, and so we want to make sure that they go on someplace that is going to continue to nurture them and support them. And so our students have been very blessed that we have relationships with some private schools, a lot of charter schools. We've had students at St. Mary's, Harding Academy. We have a lot of students right now at Collegiate School of Memphis, which is a great private school. ECS has also been a partner. And of course, also public schools sometimes is the best option too. Absolutely. But we want to make sure that we can support them as much as possible, so they can continue their success. And we've been really fortunate in that since 2010, which is really when we started tracking. Right. We've had 100% high school graduation rate of our former students. And 65% of those students have gone on to enter college. So we really think that early investment in the students has made a change in their life, and hopefully the trajectory of their lives and also their families.
It's incredible what you guys are doing. We're talking with Shelley with Binghampton Christian Academy on Let's Talk Growth with Triumph Bank, and Tracy Strickland in the studio. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk about some of the other great things you guys are offering and how that school works and some things that you guys might need for our listeners.
Okay, that's great.
You're listening to The Voice, FM 107.9 and AM 990.
KWAM, now on FM 107.9 and AM 990.
The Memphis Daily News Report, credible, reliable, always unbiased. The Daily News. Amazon is planning a $73 million Memphis distribution facility on Holmes Road. The Receive Center will create 600 jobs and will collect and repackage products for distribution to Amazon fulfillment centers across the U.S. The Economic Development Growth Engine Board will consider the company's application for a 15-year pilot tax freeze. Pharmaceutical company Pfizer Inc. will meet with the Edge Board this week in hopes of securing tax incentives. Pfizer wants to move its global financial services operations from the 100,000 square foot building in Lenox Park to 58,000 square feet in Boyle Investments Company's Ridgeway Center. Average home sales prices in Collierville has reached a record high of nearly $345,000 during the first 9 months of 2017. That's up 4% from a year ago. The sale prices of new homes and luxury homes were major contributors to the increase. Luxury home sales are up 33% year to date. For these stories and more, make sure you pick up a copy of the Daily News Report. You'll find it everywhere around Memphis, and you can read the online edition at memphisdailynews.com.
Spotlight on Arlington all this week. We're talking with Mayor Mike Wisman.
What I love about Arlington is the fact that we have that small town feel, that people come to Arlington to get away from the big city of Memphis, but still close enough to enjoy those amenities of Memphis and be able to do the things in town that they want to do. We have great schools. We have great parks. We have a historic Depot Square. We're booming with small businesses. We have residential growth that's really popping off at numbers right now. We have interest from hospitals. We have West Tennessee Veterans Home as a site located out here that's coming sometime in the near future. We have the largest Kroger in the area coming, and we would love for you to come out and visit, and hopefully we have a little bit of something to offer to everybody.
Spotlight on Arlington, brought to you by these great businesses: Integrated Communications, Lads of Memphis, Memphis Home Connections, Microport Orthopedics, Patriot Bank, Physicians Revenue Management and Consulting, Primary Eye Care of Arlington, Range USA, St. Francis Medical Partners, The View 38002, Triumph Bank, and Waste Pro.
And now back to Business Spotlight on The Voice, FM 107.9 and AM 990.
Welcome back. It is Tuesday, beautiful, chilly little morning, and in the studio we have Tracy Strickland. She's the Senior VP of Marketing for Triumph Bank, your local community bank. What a great bank you guys are, and
Thanks.
giving out to so much back to the community, which is why your special guest is in our studio today to talk a little bit about the Binghampton Christian Academy. But also I just want to brag a little bit about Triumph Bank. You guys, besides your give back, you're also cutting edge technology and service for the customers. I was telling somebody the other day they were fed up with their bank. I won't mention it.
Yeah.
And they were going,
Give us a good plug, George.
Oh my, I did. Well, the thing that they were looking for and missing was that personal touch, that the human side.
Right.
Because the bank had become so big that they're using.
Right.
I know.
They just felt like they were not important anymore, not getting that care and service, and didn't really have anybody that they could complain to.
Well, we'll take the complaints, but we'll, take care. But, as our CEO, Will Chase, says, money is green, flat, and rectangular everywhere, no matter what bank you go to. But, truly, I think people are kind of aching for a human touch and the relationships that you can build. And I was just at a conference last month where they talked about, there's a statistic about millennials, and they literally said about 3/4 of millennials number one, they just think that going to a bank is another errand on their list, or it's, they'd rather literally go to the dentist than come to their bank.
They didn't know they could get ice cream and fresh coffee.
I know, we take good care of our clients at Triumph, but yeah, we really pride ourselves on being able to do that enzyme, then some, and we've got great things on our technology side. And of course, we've been focusing a lot on what we do for our business customers, and but to get our team involved, into the community, and be a little bit selective on where we focus our time. We are not a massive bank, so we don't have unlimited resources. We'd like to think that we would want to, or unlimited time. So we have, a limited number of community partners that we've selected that we really want to be able to invest in financially and with our time. And BCA is without question one of our favorites. And, it pulls at my heartstrings every time I'm there. I love the kids. I love getting to know them. I love getting to meet their parents. We, after working there and bringing our team there for, almost 3 or 4 years, you really start building some incredible relationships. Every single person that works at the school, of course, I'm sitting by one of the sweetest ones right here with Shelley, but Tari Harris, their head of school, is just amazing. She's just an amazing woman. The Crutchfield family, who both teach there, Delois and Travis, they are one of the sweetest couples I've ever met.
Right.
Every single, teacher, they love these kids. They could be in line to go into the cafeteria, and those teachers are talking to them and pouring into them goodness and great principles every single step of the way. So
It's life lesson all the way.
They don't waste a moment, and so that's what's so amazing for the kids there. But our kindergarten class, we were able to continue our relationship with that. Well, last year was the pre-K for the baby class,
Right.
And we decided to keep on with those kindergarten students this year and invest and really support that whole classroom through buying all their books and supplies and really anything they need. We get to be kind of their room parents during the Fall Fest and their holiday party, Christmas party, and Valentine's, and it's just been such a pleasure. And then we get to do a lot of things at night. I would love for Shelley to speak about the residential program because that's the only one in town that does that.
So we are 30 of our students live on campus during the school week, and so we are the only ones in the city, and really we believe we're one of the few in the country with this model. But it's our higher needs students who really need around the clock care. They need extra tutoring. They need supervision, things like that. And so they live with us, and they get to participate in a lot of really fun enrichment activities. So many of our friends and sponsors will allow experiences for our kids maybe to go to the Orpheum or to the Redbirds. So they get to do fun things like that. But then, every day they're getting homework help. They're getting a wonderful dinner meal that's been supplied by volunteers. They're having consistency in their life. They're having that family modeling that is so important that they see, especially our boys' dorm. It's the Crutchfields, like Tracy was talking about. They are a married couple with a strong marriage, and it is wonderful for our boys really to see that example and to see adults that get along and love each other and know how to handle conflict. It's, we feel like that is such a strong purpose for our dorms, but we have a lot of fun, and we make sure that they feel loved and supported, and the families, there's a waiting list every year for the students to participate because they know what their child is getting out of it, and so that's been really exciting that we've just been able to continue that program. Our dorms have been in effect for a little over 10 years. We've always had something like a dorm. We did have a house on campus for a while, but our dorms allow us to have 15 boys and 15 girls that live with us and really get that academic, emotional, spiritual, all of those things support each and every day.
And you have a sign up, because I know one of our favorite things to do is at least like once a semester, our team will come and bring dinner to the residential students, and we'll usually play games. Or
so I mentioned about having dinner every night. Could you imagine at the end of the day, you have 15 boys coming in after school. They're hungry.
Really hungry.
And they are really hungry. So we want our dorm parents and assistants to be able to focus on the needs of the children. And so we don't want them spending 2 or 3 hours cooking. And so we are so blessed that every night we have volunteers that bring dinner.
That's incredible.
And so every night,
and
and that's something that we welcome people to do. If you do it on a Thursday night, you can stay and actually do an activity with the students, which is great. But if anyone is interested in doing that, because that is a great way to get plugged into us, they can just contact the school, Binghampton Christian Academy. They can go online at bcamemphis.org. To reach out to us, and we would love to maybe get them connected in that way.
What's that phone number again?
901-341-2153.
2153?
Yes.
We're talking with Shelley with Binghampton Christian Academy, and during Let's Talk Growth, Triumph Bank, Tracy Strickland in the house. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll wrap it up with some of the other great things and maybe some more ways that people could get involved and help the school out. You're listening to The Voice, FM 107.9 and AM 990.
The Voice for the Mid-South, FM 107.9 and AM 990.
At Amish Excellence, they specialize in custom-crafted solid hardwood furniture. Their furniture is made in the USA by Amish craftsmen with deeply held beliefs in integrity of workmanship and concern for lasting beauty, built to last for generations. They'll love working with you in choosing the perfect design to create your unique furniture. Their showroom is in Collierville's Galena Centro, 3601 South Houston Levee Road. Amish Excellence, exquisite furniture, remarkably superb.
Come out and enjoy the fun at the 22nd Annual Arlington Barbecue Fall Fest on October 20th and 21st at Douglas Road Park in Arlington. Presented by the Arlington Chamber of Commerce, the Barbecue Fall Fest is a Memphis Barbecue Network sanctioned contest with over $11,000 in prize money and will feature live music on Friday night by Grand Theft Audio, activities for families and children, vendors, and more. The Barbecue Fall Fest is sponsored in part by Homer Skelton Ford and Homer Skelton Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. More info at arlingtonbbq.com.
Now back to Business Spotlight on The Voice, FM 107.9 and AM 990.
Welcome back to our studios. Today we are talking growth with Triumph Bank, and really, and Tracy Strickland is our host. And but what we're really talking about is some of the great things you guys do for the community. It's one of the great outreaches that you do, and it's really a good chance to put a spotlight on a great, unique thing that's happening in our city.
Absolutely.
And Shelley from Binghampton is here to tell the story. And welcome back to our studio.
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Well, Triumph was blessed. We've been working hard to create a foundation for the bank. And it took a lot of time between attorneys and the IRS to finally get us approved. It just, a lot of work with that. But earlier this year, we were able to get that approval. And since we sponsored the classroom with the pre-K4 class at Binghampton Christian Academy last year, it was pretty much a no-brainer that we were going to go ahead and sponsor this class. But then the timing of the foundation came about. So Shelley wrote the first grant application for the foundation. And so our very first donation from the foundation went to the school. We were able to come a few weeks ago and see all of our new, now kindergarten babies. And so we brought a ton of our team, our executive team, and some of our other team members that have served the school over the years. And oh my gosh, it was just the most amazing feeling to be swarmed by these kids and feel their love. And they were so excited to see us. But then to know the great things that it's transforming our team, and we're able to bring our kids, and they get to know, the kids at BCA, and it's just a transformative experience. If you've never visited the school, I would welcome you to call Shelley and take a tour. But I know you've got some things that are coming up, like some Christmas cards and some other things that I know you'd like to tell the listeners to.
Every year, part of our holiday fundraising is we do Christmas cards that are honorariums. And so if making a donation to BCA, we will send you a super cute card with our students on the front, and then inside we have a different ornament every year. And so this year is a heart ornament that actually some former students have painted. And so that is sent to the recipients of your choice, and it's handwritten, hand addressed. You give us your Christmas card list, your holiday list, and we'll send them out. But that's a great way to just support what we're doing, and those will go on sale November 15th. And so if anyone's interested, they can just contact the school, and we'll be happy to get you set up. You just basically supply your list, and we'll take care of the rest.
And that's a great way to give back to your school and help it out. So. And that number is 341-2153.
Yes. And if prefer email, you can just email hello@bcamemphis.org.
Okay.
And I receive all those emails, and so I'll be happy to connect you with maybe a tour if you're interested about dinners, or if you want to talk more about the honorarium sale.
That is awesome. Fantastic things you guys are doing, and also congrats again to Triumph Bank for the great outreach you guys do.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Good having you back, Shelley.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
And Tracy, I'll see you next Tuesday.
Absolutely.
You're listening to The Voice, FM 107.9 and AM 990.